Okay, we're back. I'm not sure where we left off, but we're using the C guitar. It's when I play the open E shape down here, it comes out a C. Sounds more like a grandfather clock. Okay, and we're looking at the S3L and the S2L shapes here, and we're going to put a letter assignment on those shapes. So here would be your 3, 4, 5. That would be the C shape, because if you play 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, it becomes the C cage. Now, the C shape goes to the G shape. If you put the G shape on the bottom, it becomes the G shape cage. Terrible G shape. Okay, then the G shape goes to the D shape. And if you put the D shape on the bottom, and I can do that down here, it becomes the D shape cage. If this becomes the bottom string of a build, of a pattern stack build, where you're just going to take the S2L and put it back on top there again, right? For sure, there, right? So we're going to do that. And it's like note for note, at least in the pattern, so that's how that works. And then from the D shape we go to the A shape, which is just 5, 6. So it's good to memorize how this works. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. 3, 4, 5, warp up, 6, 7, root. 6, 7, root is the G shape up there. Okay? So this is, without doing too much review here, it's a good idea to just boldface memorize these. You don't have to memorize this. This is easy. The S3L XL is easy. You start on what you're going to call the 5. So if I started on this red note, which is a G, if I start on that G, which is slightly out of tune, and just play 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a Mixolydian G, so it'd be like, and then I can take it to an Aeolian 6. It's really sounding a little bit out of tune. Sorry about that, because this was sitting up on the wall for a while we were doing the dots. And now we're doing patterns. Okay, so the crux of the entire thing here, that lately in the last 3 weeks I've been playing a whole new method here. Instead of just playing these patterns, and of course we focus on all kinds of things like caged, scales, right? How caged is really, CAGED is a pentatonic scale with 4 inversions. So C would be the C shape, okay, and then the A shape would be the first inversion of that, which would be, let's see, the A shape would be 5, 6. That's it. This is the A shape, 5, 6. So the C shape is 3, 4, 5, but in actuality in pentatonic it's 3, 5, 6, root 2. The A shape would be just 5, 6. Sorry, the A shape is 5, 6, root 2, 3. The inversion. The G pentatonic shape scale is 6, root 2, 3, 5. Okay, and then we go to the E shape, which is 7, root 2, but the E shape pentatonic is going to start on, I guess the E shape pentatonic is going to start on the root. So there's our root pentatonic. That's our augmented fifth. See, we see E goes to C, not B. Okay, and then the we're up again at the C shaped pentatonic. The D shaped pentatonic rather is 2, 3, 5, 6 root. So that's all the pentatonic scales are. 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 6 root. That's your S3S. The S3S is just 2, 3, 5, 6 root 2. Okay. So again, starting first with C, where and the A is all right. The G pentatonic scale inversion, second inversion of that pentatonic scale. The E starts on the root, so it's okay. That's kind of a flat A there. And the D starts on the second, and it goes the D shape, sir. Thank you. I don't know what that was. The first one was wrong. So we've had a little review here, and it's not a bad idea to internalize these two shapes, but it gets easier because additionally, and I used to say just memorize these shapes, additionally memorize what letters these go with these. So just 5 of them, and they're called string shapes. The C string shape is 3, 4, 5. The G string shape is 6, 7 root. The D string shape is 2, 3, 4. The A string shape is 5, 6. And the E string shape is the E string shape, not the E string shape. You know, the E string, if there was one, it would be the bottom string, right? There is an E string, if there was one. So it's the E string shape. The E cage string shape, you know. The E shape string shape is the note trio is 7 root 2. Alright, the other thing is that these string patterns are related in fifths. So the fifth of C is G, the fifth of G is D, the fifth of D is A, and the fifth of A is E, and the augmented fifth of E goes back to C. When you're going down, it's in fourths, but it's a diminished fourth. So the fourth of C is F, but it's a diminished fourth to E because of the tuning differential with the magic fret, where you have, you know, your tuning of between the top 3 strings, the third from the top and the fourth from the top. That's a third there. So going down from the C shape to the E shape is only a third. So, and then we go back to fourths. The fourth of E is A, the fourth of A is D, the fourth of D is G, and the fourth of G is C. So these letter assignments to these string shape assignments are related in fourths, and that's how the build goes for each one of the cage shapes. So this is why you should memorize this. This is what you have to memorize. These individual cage shapes, you don't have to memorize S2L and S3L. These individual string shapes and the letter that goes with them. That's very important. And it just opens up the whole fretboard for playing in versatile